All right. We are just getting things set up for tonight's break. So I wanted to jump on a little early so I could make sure everything was set up right. I just kind of walked back in the door from dinner. So just bear with me, guys. Let's see. Let me get all the teams pulled. Ah, shoot. Technical difficulties. All right, still got about 3 minutes before we'll get started. All right, just getting the shares out, getting the link shared across Twitter and the Facebook group. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to go ahead and get this underway. Hopefully a few more people will drop in. Decided to mix it up this week, obviously, and do football. So I appreciate everybody who that signed up. We got a lot of regulars this week, and then we've got a couple of new people. So thank you. We didn't fill it out, but that's okay. We got a couple of teams left over that were not claimed. So I will probably actually I've got some kids in the neighborhood that I just discovered. I've been giving away cards in my neighborhood, posting them on our neighborhood's Facebook page, and they go super fast, and it's all junk. It's all junk wax stuff that I've just I gave away like a partial box of 92 Fleer, which as a kid I loved them. I loved that green mint gradient white design that I had going on, but now that's it's not a set I care about. So I've actually got some kids that I'm going to put together a little care package for after this weekend, or during this weekend for some kids in the neighborhood. So some of the unclaimed teams will I'll be doing that with it. But yeah, so wanted to do something different. However, if you are a regular and you're watching, stick around to the end of the video because I will give you a sneak peek at what we're doing next week. Those signups will go up this weekend. So just giving you a heads up. It's one of the perks of trying to join in the live video is as usually I'll give you a, like I said, I'll give you a sneak peek to what's going to be going on in the next break. And I think you'll like it. We're going back to baseball next week, but like I said, stick around. I'll show you at the end of the video. That's enough of a tease. All right, so while we're busting some junk wax, the soundtrack for the night is a band called Halo. Awesome band. This is their 30th. This is the 30th anniversary version of their debut album. That is very, very good. It is right up your alley if you like Foreigner, Boston, Journey, Kansas. So I don't want to turn it up too loud because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but that's a nice soundtrack. All right, so up on the table tonight, we've got 95 Stadium Club Extreme NFL Super Premium cards. I did partially choose this because 95 was the inaugural season for the Carolina Panthers. And while I have a few cards there, I don't have many, but it turns out there's the inserts, if nothing else, look really nice. Series 1 is a retail box. I thought I was getting 2 hobby boxes, so I apologize for that. But in the Series 1 retail, you get an extreme core or a draft pick in every pack. And then your inserts include the Power Surge, which use their matrix technology. You've got medalists, which are laser cut. And then you've got Nemesis, which are dual etched foil. I'm familiar with the medalist. I'm not really familiar with the other ones. Series 2 is a hobby box. 13 cards per pack. I think the retail might be 14 cards per pack. And in every pack, you get a draft pick or an expansion double foil team card. So Jaguar and Panther fans, there you go. Inserts, you've got the MVP, which are laser cut. And then again, the Power Surge matrix cards. And then you got Ground Attack, which are dual etched foil. And then a hobby exclusive, which kind of intrigued me, is the Nightmare set. With commentary on the back by the comic heroine Vampirella, which I don't read her comic, but I definitely know who she is. So it's just kind of cool. They took comics and football and merged them. So we'll see how that goes. But yep, here we go. That's what we got on the table tonight. We will obviously start with Series 1. Oops. Crap. And I am back. I have a new camera tonight. Many of you might have. I mentioned before I was using my wife's document camera. She's a school teacher, and I liked it just being able to do the top-down view because I know nobody wants to look at my face while we open cards. So she had to return that back into the school. So I purchased an Okio Cam, OKIOCAM, Okio Cam. I think that's how you pronounce it. Got it. The base model is like $60, $70, and then I got the next step up, just because it had a little bit better camera and it had an extension if I needed to go taller. I do have some other ideas that I might be able to use the channel for, and use this camera for, but hopefully this will all go well. Hopefully everything looks good, sounds good. If anybody's watching, if there's any problems or what, please feel free to utilize the chat bar, so we can keep a dialogue going tonight. Okay, well, it does not say on the box, but right here on the pack, hobby edition. So there we go. I did get 2 hobby boxes. That's what I thought I was getting. So, empty box. Get those out of the way. Hopefully, no sticking. All right, so odds. I always like to share those. Power Surge are 1 in 18, so we'll at least see one of those. Maybe we'll get lucky and have 2. And the it says all other cards are 1 in 24. So the Medalist, the Nemesis, Nightmares. So we should see one of those. So good luck, everybody. All right, so we're going to have to flip them around a little bit, but base design. Base design I'm all right with. It's not too extreme, but you flip them over, and it says that they feature extreme fans, and there you go. You can see the extreme fans holding up little signs rating their skills, the top skills rating system. So if you're a stats junkie, there's not a lot on the backs that's going to make you happy. But, you know, kudos to Topps for trying something different. They did this with baseball too. And at least they didn't use the same baseball design from 95 Stadium Club and carry it over to football. I kind of thought that was cheap when they did that. So first up, we got John Fina for the Bills. Eric Biekert for the Raiders. Jake Reed, Vikings. Roman Pfeiffer, Rams. Bruce Armstrong, Patriots. We do have a little bit of sticking here. A little bit of snowflaking going on. So I'll rock the packs moving forward. So I apologize about that. I hate this. But that's why we had a sticker. That's why it was sticking a little bit. We got a Power Surge Michael Irvin for the Cowboys. It's a nice looking design. There's your back. So first pack in. All right, we got Steve Bono for the Chiefs. Marquez Pope for the 49ers. And then here's our double foil stamp draft pick, Todd Collins for the Bills. Don't think he ever did much. Lorenzo Lynch, Cardinals. James Francis, Bengals. Bernie Parmalee, Dolphins. And wow, 2 inserts in the same pack. We got Dan Marino. This is the double foil nemesis. On the backside, we got Cornelius Bennett. In this case, the Bills and the Dolphins were both picked. So we will have to random this between those 2 participants. I forgot that these had the dual teams. So I should have put that in the body of the sign-up post. So I apologize, guys. But 2 different teams that were claimed. So we will random that between those 2 teams. These packs are not easy to open. All right. These feel a little bit looser. All right. All right, so we got Sean Lee for the Chargers. Chris Callaway, Giants. Jay Novacek, Cowboys. Ricky Jackson, 49ers. Shane Dronette, Denver. There we go. We got my man Kerry Collins, rookie for the Panthers. James Washington for the Redskins. Bucky Brooks, Bills. Deion Figures, Steelers. Arenas Williams, Cardinals. Corey Sawyer, Bengals. Bernie Parmalee, Dolphins. Rob Burnett, Raiders. So used to rattling off baseball teams. All right. Mario Bates, Saints. Shannon Sharp, Broncos. Mike Johnson, Lions. Bobby Houston, Jets. Andre Reed, Bills. Willie Roaf, Saints. Gary Brown, Oilers. Got an Extreme Core Junior Seau. Rest in peace. Michael Zordich for the Eagles. Darren Perry, Steelers. Shane Dronette, Broncos. Jake Reed, Minnesota. And Michael Timpson for the Bears. Hey, good evening, Diego. All right. James Francis, Bengals. Mark Say, Chargers. Eugene Daniel, Colts. Broderick Thomas, Vikings. Charles Haley, Cowboys. Got an extreme core of the bus, Jerome Bettis. Robert Brooks. It's a nice photo for the Packers. Steve Atwater, Denver. Darren Perry, Broncos. Steelers. Ben Coates, the Patriots. Chris Dolman, Falcons. Kenny Davidson, Oilers. Pepper Johnson for the Browns. Yep, the 95 stick. Now, we've been pretty fortunate. A lot of the product we've opened, we haven't had too many problems with this, though. Lord knows I've had my fair share of mid-90s product with the UV coating and whatnot. So I will try my best to take care of these guys. O.J. McDuffie, Dolphins. Garrison Hurst, Cardinals. Extreme Core, Troy Aikman, Cowboys. Jerome Henderson for the Jets. Tim Grunhard, the Chiefs. Jay Novacek, Cowboys. Anthony Miller, Broncos. Charles Johnson, Steelers. Ricky Jackson, 49ers. Raymont Harris for the Bears. Henry Jones for the Bills. Bruce Kozarski for the Bengals. And Darrell Green for Washington. Jesse Hester for the Rams. Robert Jones, Cowboys. Antonio Langham, Browns. Scott Mitchell for the Lions. Steve Bono for the Chiefs. Kelvin Martin, Jaguars. Jerome Henderson, Jets. Extreme Core, Jim Everett for the Saints. Darren Perry, Steelers. George Kuntz for Green Bay. Gary Brown, Oilers. Marcus Allen for the Chiefs. And Corey Harris for Green Bay. Cornelius Bennett for the Bills. Elijah Alexander for the Broncos. A throwback uniform there. Vince Buck, Saints. Terry McDaniel, Raiders. James Francis, Bengals. Another Marcus Allen. Rich Camarillo for the Oilers. Extreme Core Mark Carrier of the Bears. Greg Jackson, Eagles. Al Smith, Oilers. Charles Johnson, Steelers. Barry Foster, Steelers. And Bruce Armstrong for the Patriots. Yeah, there are several inserts, Diego. First pack actually had two. We've got a Power Surge and a Nemesis. We should see a Medalist, which are die cut or laser cut. Of course, wasn't it 96 when Topps came out with the Topps laser sets? Using that same technology. And then there's a hobby exclusive Nightmare, which I'm looking forward to seeing one of those in person. Will Wolford, Colts. Fred Barnett, Eagles. Byron Evans, Eagles. Darryl Green, Redskins. Aubrey Beavers, Dolphins. Barry Foster for the Steelers. Steve Grant, Colts. Got a draft pick, Kyle Brady for the Jets. I think he had a decent career. Gary Plummer for the 49ers. Willie Clay, Lions. Keith Hamilton, Giants. Vince Buck, Saints. Kelvin Martin, Jaguars. I do hate how the cards are all turned every which way. Yeah, Barry Foster. As a Panthers fan, I was pumped to get him in the expansion draft. And I swear I don't remember him doing anything. I think he was all washed up. Dana Stubblefield. Getting ready to get Aikman there. Actually, looks like he's blocking the pass. It's a good pit photo. Mark Collins, Chiefs. Michael Bankston, Cardinals. Rich Hill, Cardinals. Jake Reed, Vikings. Roderick Thomas, Vikings. Sean Lee, Chargers. Rashawn Salam, the Bears. I remember him. Tom Rathman, the Raiders. Chris Dishman for the Oilers. Gary Plummer, 49ers. Ben Coates, New England. Bobby Houston, Giants. Or Jets. Jets. I had an ex-girlfriend that collected, kinda. I think she only collected because I collected, but she was a Notre Dame fan, so I kind of started her a Bettis collection back in the day. Keith Hamilton, Giants. Tim McDonald, 49ers. Anthony Smith, Raiders. Trent Dilfer, Bucks. The creamsicle uniforms. Bernie Parmalee, Dolphins. Carl Banks, Browns. Michael Timpson, Bears. Draft pick Devin Bush for the Falcons. Michael Bankston, Cardinals. Myron Guyton, Patriots. Jeff Blackshear for the Seahawks. Leonard Russell, Broncos. And Robert Blackman for the Seahawks, laying on top of John Elway. Steve Walsh, Bears. Greg Lloyd, Steelers. Tony Casillas, Casillas for the Jets. William White for the Chiefs. John Figures, Steelers. Eric Howard for the Jets. Extreme Core, Eric Rhett for the Tampa Bay. Mike Johnson, Lions. Aubrey Matthews, Lions. William White, Chiefs. Chris Miller for the Rams. Roderick Thomas, Vikings. Marion Butts, the Patriots. Lamar Lathan for the Panthers. Marcus Allen, Chiefs. Corey Miller for the Giants. Corey Miller's on. He's a guest on the local sports talk radio out of Charlotte, North Carolina. South Carolina product. Don Beebe, formerly of the Bills, selected by Carolina. Extreme Core, Drew Bledsoe. Herman Moore, Lions. Quinn Early, Saints. Kenny Davidson, Oilers. Alfred Williams, Bengals. Andy Harmon, Eagles. Tony Casillas, Jets. Al Smith, Oilers. All right, so that pack, that we are halfway through the box. I'll start the second half. So we're still looking for a couple of inserts. Maybe they should show up somewhere in the next handful. All right, we got Natron Means for the Chargers. Elijah Alexander, Broncos. Eugene Daniel, Colts. Sean Dawkins, Colts. Steve Walsh, Bears. Michael Timpson, Bears. Marcus Allen, Jerry Rice, Extreme Core. That's a nice one. Willie Clay, Lions. William White, Chiefs. Burt Grossman, Eagles. Raymont Harris, Bears. Barry Foster, Steelers. Yeah, these packs are doing a little bit better than before. Sean Lee, Chargers. Robert Jones, Cowboys. Jesse Hester, Rams. John Jackson, Steelers. Quinn Early, Saints. Eric Howard, Jets. Byron Evans, Eagles. Dan Marino, Extreme Core. Chris Dishman, Oilers. Andy Harmon, Eagles. Chris Dolman for the Falcons. All right, here we go. We got a Nightmares of Drew Bledsoe. And then this is the interesting part. Vampirella's View. I love how young Drew's strange brew has him shaking in their cleats. The ingredients: supernatural vision, a deadly rifle for an arm, and an uncanny touch on the short throw. Yeah, the comic geek collector, whatever you want to call it, in me is kind of intrigued about these cards. So let's see. Who got the Patriots? Oh, Tom. Tom swooped in at the last minute and grabbed the Patriots. So I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. Last card, Gary Plummer. All right, so we've got the Power Surge. We got the Nemesis. We've got the Nightmares. So we still looking for the laser cut medalists. And maybe if we're lucky, there'll be another Power Surge. Jay Novacek, Giants. Stan Humphries, Chargers. Lonnie Martz, Bucks. Tim Grunhard, Chiefs. Steve Bono for the Chiefs. Don Beebe, Panthers. Broderick Thomas. Extreme Core, John Elway. Myron Guyton, Patriots. Johnny Johnson, Jets. Tim McDonald, 49ers. Ryan McNeil for the Cowboys. Dale Carter, Chiefs. Ray Crittenden, the Patriots. Scotty Graham, the Vikings. Carl Banks, the Browns. Brian Blades, Seahawks. Ben Coates, Patriots. Charles Haley for the Cowboys. Leslie O'Neal, Chargers. Extreme Core is Dave Brown for the Giants. William White. Bruce Matthews, Oilers. Chris Boynell, probably just butchered his last name, for the Cowboys. Marty Carter for the Bears. And Jeff Blackshear, Seahawks. Deion Figures, Keith Byers, Dolphins, Johnny Johnson, Eugene Daniel, Colts, Mario Bates, Saints, Harvey Williams, Raiders, Fuad, I can't even say his last name, for the Vikings. Extreme Core, Marshall Falk for the Colts, Andy Harmon, Kevin Ross for the Falcons, Leslie O'Neal, Anthony Pleasant for the Browns, Chris Miller, Rams. Steve Grant, Colts, Todd Light, the Rams. Here's the other big rookie of the year of the time, Kajana Carter, draft picks for the Bengals. Just banged him, just injuries just totally railroaded his career. Tyrone Hughes for the Saints, Dwayne Washington from Minnesota, Richmond Webb for the Dolphins, followed by J.B. Brown of the Dolphins, Eric Hill, Cardinals, Bert Grossman, Chris Dishman, Mo Lewis, Arenas Williams, Tim Grunhard. Draft picks, Kevin Carter for the Rams, Leonard Russell, Broncos, O.J. McDuffie, Dolphins, Pepper Johnson for the Browns, Dana Stubblefield, 49ers, Mark Collins for the Chiefs. There's Michael Irvin's base card. Andre Reed for the Bills, Anthony Pleasant, Tim McDonald, 49ers, Darrell Green, Ryan McNeil, John Jackson, James Williams, Yancey Thigpen for the Steelers, Chris Warren, Seahawks, Terry McDaniel, Raiders, George Teague, Green Bay. Draft picks is Luther Ellis, or Elise, the Lions. Chris Miller, Jeff Blake for the Bengals, Mario Bates, Marquez Pope for the 49ers, Alvin Harper for the Bucks, Cornelius Bennett, Bills, and we got a sticker again, so just give me a second. Same thing that happened in the first pack. I don't know what else to do. What? Okay, so we got a second power surge, but it's the same card we already pulled. What are the odds of that? So, yay, we beat the odds. Got a second power surge. Not a bad player to pull, but it would have been nice to have some variety. All right. Steve Young for the 49ers. Shannon Sharp, Broncos. Mo Lewis, Jets. Sean Dawkins, Colts. Steve Walsh. Robert Blackman. Chris Slade, Patriots. Heath Schuler, Extreme Core for the Redskins. Clay Matthews, the Falcons. Bruce Smith, Bills. Bruce Kozierski, Bengals. James Harris, Vikings. Kevin Ross, Falcons. 3 packs left. Jeff Blackshear, Fred Barnett, Rich Camaro, whatever. James Jett for the Raiders. Chris Dolman, the Falcons. Lincoln Kennedy, Falcons. John Jackson, Steelers. Extreme Core, Brett Favre for the Packers. Lomas Brown for the Lions. Greg Jackson, Eagles. Tim Grunhard, Lorenzo Lynch. Herman Moore for the Lions. Andre Reed, Willie Roaf, Vinny Testaverde for the Browns. Greg Lloyd, Tony Casillas, that kicker dude for the Vikings there. Sean Jefferson, Extreme Core Neil Smith for the Chiefs. Courtney Hawkins, Bucks. Kevin Ross for the Falcons. Michael Timpson, Chris Warren, and Richmond Webb. Last pack of Series 1. Miriam Butts, Steve Atwater, that kicker guy, Anthony Smith, Raiders, Keith Hamilton, Giants, Eugene Robinson, Dale Carter, Dan Wilkerson, Extreme Core for the Bengals, Dwayne Sabb for the Patriots, Edgar Bennett, Packers, Charles Haley, and there's Steve Atwater and Don Beebe. So, man, we got shut out. We should have had a medalist. And 1 in 24. So that kind of stinks. But quick recap of first box. We got the Nemesis dual edge foil, Marino and Cornelius Bennett. The Nightmares, Drew Bledsoe. And then the 1 in 18 Power Surge. We ended up with 2 of them. Michael Irvin. Series 2. So let me move this stack out of the way. So the dual edge foil insert in this one is ground attack, same Power Surge, MVP laser cut, and the hobby exclusive Nightmares. All right, so hopefully we won't get gypped here. Yes, there is more tonight. Got a good deal on the boxes, and I figured, you know what, let's do both. Let's do both series. Why the heck not? These, this first pack at least, they're not sticking at all. All right, we got Tom Carter for the Redskins, Robert Young, Rams, Brent Jones, 49ers, Jack Del Rio, Vikings, Jeff Hostetler, Raiders, Larry Brown, Cowboys, Tyrone Leggett, Saints, and yeah, I like the inaugural stamp on these. Steve Berline played for both expansion teams, and I believe he's in the Panther Hall of Fame. Marvin Washington for the Jets, Reggie White for the Packers, Johnny Mitchell for the Jets, Darryl Talley for the Falcons, and all right. Well, good. First pack is good out of this box, is just as good to us like the previous one. We got the laser cut MVP. And you can see there, die cut. So like, the precursor to the Topps laser. So this goes to Roy, who grabbed the Broncos for $2. Oops, sorry, didn't have it on camera. So nice start to the box. Slide that over. Always like it when a break doesn't fill up completely. Always happy when the inserts go to teams that were claimed. I'm not the biggest football collector outside of the Panthers, but hey, good evening, Wade. Let's see, Wade, you had, and I apologize I didn't get the post updated. I literally walked in the door right before I started the video, but I did get you for the Rams. Thank you for getting that payment in. So you had the Rams and you had the Raiders. Not the Raiders. Was it just the Rams? Yeah. Yeah, the first box, Wade, we got skunked. we got 2 of the 1 in 8 power surge, but we got 2 Michael Irvins. The hobby exclusive Nightmares. Got a Drew Bledsoe with some comic tie-in there. And we got a little dual etched foil Nemesis with Marino and Cornelius Bennett. So we did not get the medalist die cut insert, which are kind of like the MVP, where it's the cuts and set in the card. So that kind of stunk. But yeah, just second pack into Series 2. So let's get back underway. We got John Jerkovic for the Packers, William Thomas, Eagles, Hardy Nickerson for the Bucks, Barry Sanders, Lions, Renardo Turnbull for the Saints, Tommy Barnhart for the Panthers, inaugural season at Clemson University. Yeah, I don't think I have any of the Panthers from Series 2, so I'm excited about those. Tracy Scroggins for the Lions, Anthony Pryor for the Jets, and we're going to come back to that next card. Daryl Johnson for the Cowboys, Maurice Hurst, Patriots, Jack Del Rio, Jim Everett for the Saints, and Ground Attack. These look really nice in hand. Mario Bates, running back for the Saints, and Derek Brown, running back for the Saints. So at least we don't have to do anything funky with these. So Roy grabbed the Saints for $1. So he is off. He's 1 for 1 in the insert department already. Couple packs in, 2 inserts. No, Barry played the 95 season. He was drafted in the expansion draft, Diego, to the Carolina Panthers. And I know he played the 95 season. I honestly don't remember if he played in 96. I just remember him at the end of his career and injuries, he didn't really do anything in Carolina. Um, I'm more baseball than I am football, so I didn't really pay the NFL any attention until 1995 when the Panthers started to play. But of course, I knew who Barry Sanders was. But yeah, we'd have to check because I don't remember if he played after 95 or not. It's a good photo. Steve Everett for the Browns. Merton Hanks, 49ers. Jason Elam, Broncos. Carlton Gray, Seahawks. Jerry Rice, 49ers. Draft picks, Cordell Stewart. Man, he was a lot of hype over him back in the day. Bernie Thompson, Browns. Jeff Feagles, Cardinals. Dave Brown, Giants. Gus Farrat, Redskins. Jim Everett. Darrell Williams for the Bengals. Terry Wooden, Seahawks. Hey, good evening, Tom. Yes, you got that nice Nightmares card. I'm kind of jealous. Rick Meyer for the Seahawks. Jeff Graham, Bears. Gus Farrat. Chad Brown, Steelers. Johnny Mitchell, Eagles. Jeff Cross for the Dolphins. Darryl Talley. Yeah, Slash Stewart. Yeah, Cordell. Hugh Douglas, draft picks. Jets. Ricky Reynolds, Patriots. Brett Perryman, Seahawks. Or Lions, Lions. It's an interesting photo of Ray Childress for the Oilers. Dan Footman, Browns. Neil O'Donnell, Steelers. Yeah, I think Warren Sapp, I think his rookie is in Series 2. But there's really not a whole lot of notable rookies. Chris Mims, Chargers. Willie McGinnis, Patriots. Chad Brown. Howard Cross, Giants. John Taylor, 49ers. Kevin Lee, Patriots. Dan Footman. Harry Boatswain for the Panthers. I do not remember this player. Steve Tovar, Bengals. John Taylor, 49ers. Dave Brown. Byron Morris. Bam Morris for the Steelers. And Howard Cross. Donnell Wolford, Bears. Johnny Mitchell, Charlie Garner, Eagles, back-to-back. Levon Kirkland, Steelers. Titus Winans, Redskins. Ricky Waters, Eagles. Ernest Givens, inaugural season for the Jaguars. Chuck Levy, Cardinals. Derek Russell, Broncos. Maurice Hurst, Patriots. Jeff Fiegels, Calvin Williams. By the way, the power surge in this are 1 in 36. The MVP that we've already pulled was 1 in 24. Ground attack and nightmares are 1 in 18. So they mixed up the odds in series 2. So we've already got a ground attack. Maybe we'll get another one. Should get a power surge and a nightmares. Ed McDaniel, the Vikings. Russell Maryland, Cowboys. Ray Crockett, Broncos. Rob Fredrickson, Raiders. Brett Perryman. Vince Workman, the Bucks. Darren Smith, Cowboys. Kelvin Pritchett for the Jaguars. Ken Norton, 49ers. William Thomas, Eagles. Chad Brown. Reggie Brooks, Redskins. Robert Porcher, Lions. Mark Stanubsky, Oilers. Toby Wright, Rams. Howard Cross. Vincent Brown, another Jeff Cross. Lamar Thomas for the Bucks. Larry Brown, Cowboys. Randy Baldwin, inaugural season, Panthers. Steve Tasker for the Bills. Tracy Simeon, Chiefs. Chris Spielman, Lions. Jeff Burris, Bills. Ray Crockett. John Jerkovic, Merton Hanks, William Floyd, 49ers, Chris Carter, Vikings, Richie Anderson, Jets, Anthony Pryor, Jets, Mark Brunell, inaugural season for the Jaguars, Tim Brown for the Raiders, Roosevelt Potts, Colts, Vince Workman, Martin Mayhew for the Bucks, Robert Smith, and our nightmares, Rodney Hampton. Sorry about that. And like I said, these look so much nicer in person. Got to get the light to hit it just right, but it's that nice etched foil. And Vampirella's View. Scary guy Rodney. They can't knock him for a loss. He cuts back like magic, and he gets stronger late in the game. Vampy's ideal nightmare. So let's see. So we got a die cut and 2 double etched foil inserts thus far. Dan Wilkerson, Quadri Ismail for the Vikings. Nolan Harrison, Raiders. Bert Emanuel, Falcons. Michael Strahan, Giants. Rodney Humphrey, Colts. Jeff Eagles. My man, John Casey. Nice. I was hoping I'd get this one. Neil O'Donnell for the Steelers. Stevan Moore for Browns. Ed McDaniel, Vikings. Lou Benfati for the Jets. Ed Cunningham. This pack is not cooperating. Look at that. Jeff Hotstetler, Martin Mayhew, Brad Baxter, Jets, Curtis Conway, Bears, Tom Carter, Redskins, Joe Bowden, Oilers, Jeff Cross. We got a Jeff Leishman, inaugural season Jaguars, Eric Rett for the Bucks, Eric Swan, Cardinals, Bill Hitchcock, Seahawks, Titus Winans, 49 Redskins, Robert Young for the Rams. Like I said, I'm so used to saying baseball names, baseball teams. Gummit. Leon Lett, Cowboys, Jim Kelly, Bills, Larry Centers, Cardinals, Jerome Bettis for the Rams, Vincent Brown, Sean Gilbert for the Rams, Kevin Lee, Patriots, Desmond Howard, inaugural season Jaguars. I wonder if this was from the Hall of Fame game when the Panthers and Jaguars played. Reggie White for the Packers, Robert Smith, Vikings, Darnay Scott, Bengals, Johnny Mitchell, Jets, Troy Vincent, the Dolphins. So we're halfway through the Series 2 box. Charles Wilson for the Bucks. Dan Wilkerson, Steve Everett, Michael Barrow, Oilers. Eric Swan, Arthur Marshall, Giants. Floyd Turner, Colts. Yes, it's another pillar of the Panthers. Started the whole keep pounding movement when he was diagnosed with cancer. Sam Mills. Nice. That and the Casey. Man, I'm happy already with this box. Mike Pritchard, the Broncos. Darnay Scott. Another Reggie White. Willie McGinnis for the Patriots and a Marshall Faulk for the Colts. That was a good pack. Kevin Green, Steelers. Martin Mayhew, Michael Barrow, Dave Brown, Tom Carter, Lorenzo Neal for the Saints, Kenyon Rashid, Giants. Draft pick, it's Chris Hudson for the Jaguars. Hardy Nickerson, Bucks. Ken Norton, Jeff Graham, Derek Brown, Anthony Newman for the Rams. I was thinking the other day with this junk wax stuff, how book value, what some of these inserts trade for from this time period. And I keep wondering if they're ever going to start to creep up. I guess, obviously, it just depends on how many people are, building sets or, searching out the cards or whatnot. But, there's so much of some of this product that's still unopened. So you really wonder how many of these cards are still in circulation. Like these Nightmare cards, they're cool. But, how many of them are out there really floating around? Obviously, there's not a huge demand, but, I just wonder when some of this junk wax is going to really start to go through the roof, if it ever does. All right, Jim Kelly. Mel Gray for the Oilers. Dave Brown. Randall Cunningham. Rick Meyer. Johnny Morton, Lions. Dwayne Harper. Got a Willie Jackson inaugural season for the Jaguars. Lewis Tillman, Bears. Steve Tasker, Bert Emanuel for the Falcons. It's like our fourth or fifth Reggie White. Doug Pelfrey for the Bengals. I was looking at getting a box of 93 Upper Deck football for my, for a personal break. But it seemed like the prices, I swear the prices started to go up shortly after I started looking. It's crazy. Charles Wilson. We got the Rocket Ismail for the Raiders. Dwayne Harper. Tim Brown for the Raiders. Thomas Smith, Bills. Draft picks, Anthony Cook for the Oilers. Bob Whitfield, Falcons. Dwayne Young, Chargers. Mike Pritchard. Aaron Glenn. Randall Cunningham. Chris Zork for the Bears. Bryant Young, 49ers. Eric Kramer, Bears. Greg Hill, Chiefs. Aaron Glenn. Patrick Bates, Raiders. Darren Smith, Cowboys. Jeff Coat, the Bills. Eric Metcalf for the Falcons. Got a draft pick of Michael Westbrook for the Redskins. And this is a cool one. Junior Seau. It's a good photo. I love the blurred image around them. That's your typical stadium club photography, excuse me. Let's stick this one aside. Make sure to highlight that one. Neil O'Donnell for the Steelers. Seth Joyner, Cardinals. Aaron Glenn, Don Griffin. So we're still looking. We still have not pulled the Power Surge, Power Matrix insert. That's 1 in 36. So we're not guaranteed to get that one. And we haven't seen the Warren Sapp draft pick rookie. Drew Bledsoe for the Pats. Craig Hayward, Falcons. Patrick Bates. Tom Carter. Chris Zorich. Darren Smith. Todd Stussy for the Vikings. Pete Metzelaars, inaugural season. We got him from the Bills. And earlier in my self-storage career, Pete actually and his wife actually had a storage unit with me. So I met him when he rented his storage unit. Doug Pelfrey, Eric Rhett, Floyd Turner, Colts. Carlton Gray, Jeff Hotsteller. Rocket Ismail, Tony McGee, Kimball Anders for the Chiefs, back-to-back. Andre Coleman. Michael Brooks, the Giants. Don Griffin. And at one time, here was a sought-after card. Steve McNair, the Oilers. Ray Childress, the Oilers. Robert Porcher, Ricky Waters, Eric Swan, Bob Whitfield. We've got a couple more packs after this. About 4 more, looks like. Stick around, and we will unveil next week's break. Oh, come on. If you were around for the Series 1 box, you'll know. You'll probably have an idea why that's sticking. Seth Joyner, Dennis Gibson, Jeff Burris, What's up with the same card being back to back? Craig Hayward, Doug Evans for the Pack, Arthur Marshall, Giants, Keith Goganius, inaugural season Jaguars, Anthony Newman, Glenn Montgomery for the Oilers, another Drew Bledsoe, Irvin Fryer, and Power Surge, Dan Marino. But like the other Power Surges, it's stuck to the card in front of it. You might be able to doctor it a little bit, but unfortunately there is some snowflaking here along the name there, which is unfortunate. But the Power Surge and the two Power Surges in the front in the first pack were the same way. Oh, sorry about that. Michael got the Dolphins. So, man, I'm really, I hate that. All right, so well, we hit the advertised inserts in this box. Let's see what's in the last 4 packs. If we get lucky and pull another insert of some type, or Irvin Fryer for the Dolphins, Terry Kirby, Dolphins, Quentin Coriat for the Colts and his twin, Robert Perryman, Dorsey Levens, Packers, Lorenzo Neal, Saints, Steve Lofton, inaugural season Panthers, Bam Morris, Chris Spielman, Michael Bates, Richie Anderson, Kenyon Rashid. Dan Marino. So at least we got the base of him. Thomas Lewis. Boomer Esiason. Seeing double. Daryl Talley. Leon Searcy with the Steelers. Johnny Morton. Got another Jaguars versus Panthers. We got Roderick Green, inaugural season. Eric Turner, Browns. Heath Schuler. So we got his rookie in the first series and got his base in series 2. Ricky Reynolds for the Pats. Leon Lett, Cowboys. Rocket. 2 more. Brett Jones, 49ers. Eric Rett for the Bucks. Troy Drayton, Rams. Mike Sherrod, Giants. Raphael Robinson, Seahawks. James Stewart, draft picks for the Jaguars. Dwayne Young for the Chargers. Bill Hitchcock. Quentin Coriat. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. Double. Calvin Williams, Eagles. Rod Woodson, Steelers. Last pack of this week's affordable group break. Jeff George for the Falcons. Kevin Williams, Cowboys. Reggie Brooks, Washington. Simon Fletcher, Broncos. Todd Stussy, Vikings. Gene Atkins for the Dolphins. Jim Jeffcoat for the Bills. Draft picks, Tyrone Poole for the Panthers. Don't think I had that one. Darnay Scott, Jimmy Spencer for the Chiefs, Saints. Yeah, Tim Brown, Willie McGinnis, Jim Everett. So that wraps up all the packs for Series 2. Better overall, I think, than the first box. And as a recap, we got the John Elway MVP laser cut, the etched foil ground attack, Mario Bates and Derek Brown. We got the Nightmares, Rodney Hampton. And the Power Surge that wanted to cling to the card before it of Marino. And then just got that cool photo of Junior Seau. So as always, I'll do a recap post. Might work on it tonight. So I got a birthday party to go to tomorrow with my kids, but I'll work on a recap post. I'll get that posted in case you haven't watched the video. And then, of course, whenever you're ready to have your stack shipped, just let me know, and I will get those out to you. If you want to keep letting it build, that's fine. We are going back to baseball next week, and we're going to leave the junk wax period just for a moment. When I purchased the last couple round of boxes we did, I found a product that I've not opened any of. I don't think I have any cards in any of my collection, so I thought this would be a fun one. A little bit more than what I would normally spend, but again, all the prices will be fairly cheap. But we're going to do 2004 Upper Deck Play Ball. So it says that star and rookie autograph cards fall roughly 1 in 24, and there are 24 packs. And we got 2 game used cards, 1 in 12, rare variations and serial numbered parallel cards of the regular set. So yeah, I remember the play ball cards, but I never opened them. So yeah, classic combos. Classic combos are 1 in 24. Rookie portfolio number to 2004 are 1 in 16. Game use cards 1 in 12. Apparel collection 1 in 24. Artist touch number to 250. Parallels are numbered to 50. Tools of the Stars 1 in 48. Parallels are numbered to 250 and 25. Autographs combined into insert 1 in 24 packs, including rookie studio portfolio, star signature portfolio. Lots of parallels of those, blue, red. Let's see, home run heroics 1 in 24. There's parallels of those. Says parallel cards combined to insert 1 in 5 packs. Die cut parallels numbered to 250. Level 1, level 2, level 3 variation parallels. So yeah, this should have a nice nice selection of cards. So look for the sign up post either tomorrow night or sometime on Sunday. I will get that posted. Something tells me this one will go quicker. But yeah. So thank you guys for participating. Thank you for the continued support. And I'm going to get out of here so I can get work on getting everybody's cards separated. Hopefully the new camera worked well tonight. Y'all could see and hear pretty good. And I'll continue to tweak the setup. And yeah, no, thank you guys. Thank you. Like I said, I really appreciate doing this. And keep in mind too, if y'all know anybody that would like to participate and have fun in any of these breaks, please spread the word. I mean, if you bring somebody new to the group, whether it be on Facebook, or I know some people are anti-Facebook, especially with the world events going on. If you bring somebody new to the group, please let me know. And I'll give you a discount. I'll throw something in your stack. I'll do something to show you my appreciation. But obviously, yeah, I mean, this is just something I do for fun. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not one of these big breakers, but could always use some new blood. So anyhow, I'm going to shut up and get out of here. Y'all have a great Friday night, and check social media this weekend for a recap post as well as the sign up post for the next box. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great evening, great weekend. We'll catch you on the next video.